Okay, so I keep getting this question about how, Neo, how does the new player get platinum so they can get Warframe slots and weapon slots? I'm so glad you asked. First, get yourself in a clan, so you can buy stuff out of a dojo. Then when you get in there, fast travel to the Orokin lab. When you get to the Orokin lab, you're going to see this room right here with 3 consoles. Pick the one all the way on the left, come here, and buy each and every one of these keys. You'll only have to buy them once because it's just the blueprint. Once you've bought the blueprints, you're going to go to your foundry and you're going to start building these keys, and I'll show you where they are. Then I'll show you how to equip them. Then I'll show you how to get the ladies to, how to get them to try to woo you. But first it starts here. So we're going to come over here and go to the keys right here. And this is where you can start building them. They're not really expensive to build, which is great. They only take a minute, so it's not that bad. And I recommend kind of stacking up on them, because what you're going to do is you're going to come over here. And if you're soloing this, the good news is you go to your gear wheel up here. Right here. And we're going to come over here. You can start putting these keys on. And the reason why you want to stack them up is because if you have them stacked up, then when you use a key in an Orokin vault, you'll still have the key equipped. If I only had one Bleeding Dragon key and I put it here on my gear wheel, once I use that key, it'll remove itself from my gear wheel. And then I'll have to keep remembering to come back to my gear wheel to put them on. So it's easier if you just build a bunch of them, and just this way they get to sit there. But that's what we're going to do. So we're going to put all of these keys on our gear wheel, like so. And then we're going to wind up running out into Deimos. Not necessarily Deimos, but I'll show you the mission in a second. Whatever. Anyway, I already did this. I'm going to use footage from another time when I did this. But anyway, here we go. What I want you guys to understand is when you equip these keys, they debuff you. The hobbled key reduces speed. Decaying key will reduce shields. The bleeding key will reduce your health. And the extinguished key will reduce damage. So what I want you guys to understand is that you can kind of cheat around this. Decaying reduces shields, right? So if you're a Naros who doesn't have shields anyway, you're kind of cheating by using this on a Naros, which is great because that you don't get a debuff. If you're Hildren who doesn't have health and you put this key on her, that's great. You're kind of cheating the system there, so that's fantastic. As far as the hobbled key goes, I've seen a lot of people use Titania or Wukong's Cloudwalker to kind of get around the system, but that's kind of a really cool way to get it to work. So another thing is, once you've got these keys equipped, what you're going to do is you're going to come to Deimos right here, and you're going to select the capture mission because it's really quick. And once you get in there, all you have to do is kill the capture target, and then you have all this time to just piss around looking for the door. Once you find the door, you're going to open it up with whatever key it requires. Hopefully you have the right key on if you didn't bring all 4. You're going to open the door up. You're going to go grab the little orange ball, and then you're going to exit the mission. And upon exiting the mission, it's going to give you one of 21 or 23 possible different mods. If you're lucky, you're going to wind up with any of the right mods that you need for this, which are going to be Narrow-Minded, Blind Rage, Transient Fortitude, Fleeting Expertise, and Overextended. Those are all good for about 20 plat. And if you wind up pulling a heavy caliber, that's potentially also good for 20 plat too. I'd try and sell it for that, but people a lot of times are buying it for 15 or 20. Some people will only buy it for 15. You will be able to find people that buy it for 20. All of those prices, by the way, are PC and they're unranked. That means you didn't put any endo into them. Once you wind up grabbing those mods and you sell them, boom, easy 20 plat. You could just go into the market, buy yourself a new Warframe slot or a weapon slot or whatever you find works for you. All right, so all that being said, hopefully you guys found this helpful. That is a really, really, really good way for a lot of new people, in fact, all new people, to be able to go and get more Warframe slots and weapon slots. There's many other methods. I want you guys to also keep in mind you can fish. You can sell fish. You can sell gems or ores if you got to farming them on Eidolon, Fortuno, any of the open worlds, whatever. Because people will buy those. They'll buy them a lot cheaper than the mods that I showed you, but they will buy them because they then can themselves, once they get your fish or your ores, they can trade them into, the fish or ore person and get standing which will save them a lot of pain of having to do bounties. Not everybody likes doing bounties. I myself don't really like doing bounties, so I would rather fish to earn standing in the open worlds than I would to actually do the bounties, because I just kind of got burnt out on them. But all that being said, there's lots of ways to make platinum. The longer you guys are playing the game, the more ways will open up to you and the more will make sense. But the one that I just showed you today on stream is probably the most, I guess, like the best way for you to make plat so you can get more Warframe slots and weapon slots. All that being said, thank you everybody so much for watching this video. Hopefully you're having an awesome night, day, whatever time it is. Absolutely love your faces. I don't see you in the next one. I'll see you on my Twitch channel. Laters.